Hello, and you join me on another video. So today we are going up to the workshop and we're going to look at the new tyres I've put on. Now, I don't know about you, but I hate buying tyres. For one, obviously, tyres these days, depending on what brand you buy, cost a fortune. But also, it's the research that goes into them. Because realistically, you buy a tyre and if it isn't fit for purpose, you're sort of stuck with them unless you've got very deep pockets, and I don't. So recently I've replaced all 4 tyres on the Land Rover. I've done about 700 to 1,000 miles, I'd say, thereabouts on the tyres at the moment, and I'm currently really liking them. But I did switch from, I had on the van, I had General Grabbers AT3s, I believe. I had 2s on the backs and 3s on the front, just replaced at different times. But I've changed all 4 of them on the Land Rover to BF Goodrich K02s. Now, the one main reason why I've done that is because of supply demand issues with General. I was told that General have left the EU for just general car tyres and things like that, and they are now only doing commercial and 4x4. The problem is with that is trying to get hold of them. They're not a popular tyre in the UK now. So I had to wait a little bit to see if the garage could get them in, and they still couldn't, so I made the decision to go all 4 new tyres on a tyre that I've never used before, but I've heard excellent reviews. So today we're just going to go in a little bit more depth about the tyre, what the tyres look like, and my honest opinion on both of them tyres. So we'll get to the workshop and we'll take them off the van and we'll have a look at them. Catch you soon. The other things I absolutely hate is having odd tyres. I did have odd tyres from the K02s to the K03s on the General Grabbers, but there wasn't that much different in tread. You couldn't actually tell. You had to actually read the profile on the tyre to know if there was any difference, really. But they did perform differently, I'll give them that. But I couldn't get around my head having 2 different brands on the Land Rover, and I didn't want it. So I looked at a couple of options. I looked at some Falcon tyres, what the garage recommended, but for me, for what I'd be doing in the Land Rover, it's a lot of towing. It does go off-road, and it can go off-road while I'm towing, so I want a decent tyre. They would look like more of a van tyre to me, where the BF Goodrich have been a tyre for 4x4s for a while now. I think everyone's had them on, everyone raves about them, apart from the price. So obviously, like I said, I spent £212 each, and obviously I got 4 of them. So it wasn't the best decision for money. You know, you could have got cheaper. There is other options out there, but I wanted a decent tyre for what I do. So the other reason as well is, you know, we can go off-road. I could put them on, and I have. They've been running about 3 weeks now, and I could pop one immediately. I could go out on the rocks or anything, and I just thought, I can't get a hold of Generals, so if one goes, it's going to be a nightmare to try and replace it. So I wanted a bit more of a tyre you can just go into any tyre shop and they can get, and they are very, very wide range tyre what garages can get now. So that was one of the biggest reasons why I changed over. Why I've still got my Generals is the 2 front tyres were a year and a bit old. They still had a lot of life left in them, so the old General tyre, what was my spare, I got rid of, and obviously I've now put my new spare as one of them tyres. The Generals were a great tyre, but in the first 3 weeks of running them, at least, I do really like the BF Goodrich. I think the grip better in the mud. They're not, I thought they'd be a little bit louder, which I was a bit worried about on the motorway, but you know what it is, you can't really tell the difference. And I think they're overall a great tyre. Let's have a look at the differences a bit closer up though. So obviously said before, is the sidewall is massively different to the General Grabber. It does have a little bit of a sidewall that you can grab on. They're both free-lined ply tyres though. So strength-wise on the sidewall they are the same. However, they don't grab as good on the rocks, I've noticed. These do a lot better. I do think it is just a bit of a general overall better tyre, but they are more expensive, and I'm a firm believer you get what you pay for. The other thing what both tyres have, They do have the 3 peaks, so they are all winter tyres, which is massive for me. I'm not, you know, I don't go out looking for the snow, but at the same time, some parts of the northeast you can get quite a bit of snow. Not as much as you used to, but I did want them. The overall tread pattern now is where I think things get very different. So this is the general after running, I'd probably say about 20,000 miles. There's still a lot of life left on them, as you can see. The only thing I did find with them, I didn't think they were that great in ice. Now, none of the tyres are going to be great in ice at the end of the day unless you've got a pure winter tyre, but they are 3 peaks rated, so I did think they'd be a little bit better. I've been unable to test that tyre at the minute in the snow because, well, we're coming to February now, the end of February, and we haven't had any, so that question would be a lot different at the time. As you can see though, the tread pattern's a lot bigger. Everything's a bit chunkier, everything just seems the next step up with this tyre, and so far I'm very happy with it. Now the other thing, what I did get told what was a lot different is the water displacement. As you can see, you've got the lines running through all of this tyre here, where, as you can see, everything's a little bit smaller on the general. I mean, don't get us wrong, I'd never had a problem with aquaplaning, sorry, but, you know, it's nice to know that that is a better tyre. The other thing that I was told, and I have heard a lot of other people say as well, they're just a general stronger tyre than the general grabbers. People have had these pop when they go off-road before. Apparently the towing rating isn't as high as the BF Goodrich, but for in Europe, you know, your 3.5 tons is your max anyway, so it doesn't really matter for us in Europe. But I do think generally these are the better tyre, and they also look a lot chunkier, they look a lot better, and overall I'm a lot happier with them. Well, thank you for watching today's video, and I hope this helped you make a decision on whether buying these tyres in the future, or then when they do come available in Europe again, which I have been told they will do eventually when supply chains become a little bit better. But that's just my honest review on what I think. I would personally pick these over them for what I do. So thank you for watching. Could you hit the like button and subscribe? We've got some more videos coming out very soon, some more content, a little bit different. We'll get back on the Land Rover as well and get fixing that rust. Thank you for watching.